Do it. Ready?
Yep. Hey everyone, I've got something really incredible for you today. But first, where are my manners? Welcome back to 3D Printing Nerd Studios, proudly powered by PCBWay. 8% off, link in the description, and everybody say hi to Elaine. Hi, Elaine. Recently, Bobby Duke in a video took a lump of clay and sculpted it into this amazing cat dragon-esque thing. And then in the video, he had it 3D scanned. His idea was to 3D print reproductions of his artwork that he could then give to his Patreon supporters. Bobby knows art but not 3D printing, so he reached out to me, and I thought it would be a really good idea if instead of me doing all the work, Bobby came to Seattle and helped do the work to learn a little bit about the 3D printing process, both FFF style on the Prusa machines and resin on the Formlabs 4L. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna take Bobby through the process of 3D printing on the farm and getting prints ready for his Patreon supporters. I think Bobby's almost here. Here's Bobby. You know who this is. This is the Bobby Duke.
Thank you for having me here.
Thanks for coming out. For those who might not know, what's the elevator pitch for who Bobby Duke is?
So I'm a YouTuber, sculptor, and also a dad joke teller. Come here, I want to show you something. We are going to burn this one. I won't buy it. I won't, Dad.
And it's really cool because it allows us to work together on something really interesting. Recently, you sculpted a cat dragon.
Yes.
Traditionally, with traditional tools and traditional materials,
I think
right?
technically it's a sea serpent cat hybrid thing.
A sea serpent cat hybrid thing.
Technically speaking.
But as an artist, like we talked about, being able to sculpt something, bring something to life, there is a time in which you might want to scan it to create a replica in order to give to someone, and in this case, your Patreon audience.
Yes, and I did. That was it was kind of a first for me because I was like, I don't know how to virtually sculpt, so this is a way for you to create a digital version of your sculpture, of a real life sculpture.
So you created the 3D geometry from this,
Right.
from this original model. So it was scanned, there's 3D geometry. And what I'm gonna do is take that 3D geometry and use it to print it in various ways. We've got the FDM print farm, and we've also got the Formlabs 4L that can do really cool resin printing.
Yes.
I'm excited because you're good with the art. I'm not. I'm good with the 3D printing, and you're not. So we're gonna combine our skills like some weird Voltron
Right.
and make something really cool.
Right.
Well, let's first stop by my Technology Arts Center, which I also call the Print Farm, and we can kind of get started.
Okay.
Do it too? Yeah. Okay. Here we are, we're in the Print Farm. We've got Prusa printers behind us, and this is where we're doing the FFF or FDM style cat, serpent, cat dragons, but at 50% scale.
It's Fred.
Well, I've got 50% scale copies of Fred on the Prusa printers behind us. Go ahead and grab one. I'll grab the other. There we go.
Okay.
Let's take it out. So for this style of 3D printing, you take it into a slicer. In this case, it's called Prusa Slicer.
Right.
And it takes that 3D geometry and it just computes it into slices.
Right, because each slice is a layer of filament.
That's right.
Squirted out the schnozzle.
Squirted out the schnozzle. And you've seen support that's maybe scaffolding-esque. This is called organic support.
Right.
Because it kind of builds up like a tree, and you can support organic shapes really well without having to use a whole bunch of filament.
It looks really cool too. So what, we just pop them off?
No. So what's really cool, 3D printing now, we have these flexible build plates. These are from BQ.
Okay.
They hold really well, and just like that. But now we get to take off the supports. Let's start with the tail.
Okay.
The organic supports peel away really
Whoa.
nice.
Nice.
Okay, so the tail's good. Let's graduate to the midsection. And a lot of times, this sort of support, once you free a little bit, then the rest of them kind of separate. And then with printed material like this, if it's distressed, so it can turn a little white, like the black material.
Oh, right.
Turns a little bit white when it's distressed. And what you can do is use an open flame and just hit it really quick, and that takes away the distress marks.
Right.
So
Yeah,
the next and last part, it's going to be a little bit more complex. It's going to have supports like the midsection here supporting this arch, but then you get these supports that are holding on to the whiskers or the tendrils, or I don't know, whatever that's called within the lore of Fred.
His side chops.
Classic Fred. What I can suggest sometimes is snipping these a little bit lower,
Right.
and that will allow you to take off some of the lower ones, and then you can be more deliberate and careful about peeling them off. All right, so we've done FDM, FFF, and it's really cool to see how your sculpture scaled down to 50% makes a really interesting print. Like, this is cool. You like this?
Yes, because this was hand sculpted, like with my hands, instead of a one-off, fragile, delicate piece of clay. Now it can be printed in durable materials or whatever material you want if you have a printer that can do it. Even titanium.
Even
from
titanium.
What you've told me. As long as we have computers and 3D printers, it will exist forever.
Yeah. We are in the resin room. We've got the Formlabs 4L, which is what is creating the models. But the very first thing I want to do, though, is speak to safety because we are dealing with resin. So we've got gloves, blue gloves.
Oh, but these are these
Later.
Right. We're gloved up.
Okay.
Get these things away. And we're now properly outfitted hand-wise for resin. What we've done here is printed both 100% and 50% scale cat serpent threads.
Right.
And what I've been able to do is one full-size one will fit on the build plate, or up to 3 50% scale.
Right.
They fit on the build plate.
Okay.
And so first what we'll do, we've got some on the build plate there. So first, go ahead and open the door of the Form 4L. There's a lever at the top that you flip from lock to unlock.
It won't just fall, right?
It won't, no, just flip the lever.
Okay.
Yep. And then use 2 hands to grab the build plate and pull it straight out.
Simple.
There we go.
I promise I have not ever done this.
And now flip it over.
Okay.
And check it out.
Whoa. Gooey.
Before we go into how we made these, just take a quick inspection. The cat serpent thread at 50% scale with the scaffolding that's been used. Formlabs does offer a flexible plate that allows these to release easier. I don't have that. What I've got is this really cool spatula. My buddy Phil at Ember Prototypes gave this to me. He does a lot of resin printing, and he said this is a cool way to get it off. So find the edge that gets under. So there we go. I got it off. Do you want to try these?
Sure.
Okay.
I just feel bad.
These
Scratching.
are consumables. Kind of hold on to it tight.
Okay.
Come on. No, this. Hold on to this tight. No, this. Yeah. Okay. So approach it. There you go.
Okay.
There you go. Under. Now
then
kind of get
wiggle.
it flat and wiggle and find your way. There you go. Oh.
Yay!
Okay. And then put it on your tray.
Okay.
Now, if you get to a place where you can't go forward, take it
It
out
made it pop.
and then reinsert from another way. There you
Right.
go. Yeah. See? Yes, it is.
Ah!
So then use that. Yeah.
Okay.
Put it on the plate over here.
There we go.
So this one is set to be cleaned. We put it in the Wash L, but there's already a model in there.
Do you want to move it?
Yeah, you can bring those out. You can just put them on the table.
They're no longer gooey.
They're no longer gooey. That's right.
Cool.
So like I said, we can fit 3 of the smaller 50% scale ones on the build platform, or we can find, so there's a big one. One of the things that I thought was really cool about this is the project that we're doing for you, the number of dragons or serpents or threads that we're printing meant that we were using a lot of resin. And so on that side of the machine, I've got bigger resin bottles and a pump. So you've got your 1 liter resin container. Next to that, you got your pump, and that was able to make it so I could just keep hitting print much more without having to change out resin so often.
That's cool.
I like it.
There's differences here. These are gonna be solid resin. They're small enough, and I wanted a little bit of weight to them. So these are all solid, whereas these have been hollowed, and then they have air holes put in. We can take one that we've actually cleared off before.
So they're not super duper heavy.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. So they're not super duper heavy, not using a bunch of resin. And the skin itself is going to be a few millimeters thick all around. So it's still going to be resilient. I know you said you and your wife will be doing the support removal, but I'd like to go through it with you if that's cool.
Totally.
So this support is done by the software. So the hollowing, the air holes, and the support is all within the Preform software. Where the supports touch the model, if you give it a push, it will start to separate. What's kind of cool though, when this is done, you can fill in those holes. You can use a UV curable resin that you put in there and then with like a UV pen, cure it,
Ah,
or you can use a modeling clay or just something. And then these surfaces, because that's where the supports were, you could sand those down so it could.
That's actually
could
what I
stand.
will be doing. Is,
Yeah.
Oh, that's working much better.
So start to pull it away.
Oh, wow. Okay, that makes it way easier.
Kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
Why don't we grab a couple of these and take them out to the desk and do some final inspections and possibly a stress test.
Okay. Yeah.
We're back at the table. We got to explore the FFF or FDM style. We got to explore the resin style. One of the things that I forgot to mention about the resin, this resin from Formlabs only requires like 5 minutes curing in there, and it's not even heated. For certain resins, you bring the chamber to a certain temperature and then you cure it under UV for like an hour at 60 Celsius, something like that. This resin, this fast resin, don't need that. Not heated, 5 minutes at most. You also live in Texas where you have the sunshine above you.
Yeah.
We, not so much. When your wife and you clear off the supports, if you need to give it any extra cure time, you can just hold it up to the sun for a few minutes and give it a little bit of vitamin D.
Also, you've probably gone over this, but I found this very interesting. Joel was telling me the way that the resin printer cures the layers is it's just an ultra high definition UV screen.
LCD screen.
LCD screen. If you slice something into multiple slices, that shape changes as it goes
That's right.
down.
Yeah. Well, so that's the Form 4L. The 3L before it, it had two lasers assemblies that would shoot lasers underneath to cure the layer. So it would lift up, down, lasers, up, down, lasers. And so the Form 4L using the UV light and the LCD mask, so much faster.
Okay, that makes
so
sense.
much faster.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Kind of cool, right?
It is very cool.
What's also cool is this friggin' hammer
I know.
because it's 3D printed. And here, hold that.
It's like actual metal on the end.
Bobby's glasses are safety rated, mine are not. One of the things that Bobby asked about was how durable are these?
Yes.
If you drop one onto the ground, is it gonna break?
Oh. Oh.
Oh, you were expecting it to shatter. Here,
Yeah.
try. This is hollow.
Okay, this is a
remember?
hollow one. It's jumping. Oh. Okay, yeah, we get a little fin damage, but
Yep.
the whole thing is still intact. Okay, now this.
Oh, now the FFF dragon.
Oh. The tip of this ear is slightly dented.
Otherwise, pretty good.
Do it, ready?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that did not.
Now, this being 100% full of material, it's gonna break in a different pattern. It won't shred like that.
Okay, I'll try to go kind of in the same spot.
Sure.
That's really fun.
Wicked.
Well, this has been fun.
Yes.
What did you think of exploring the different ways and how we were able to recreate your original sculpture digitally?
I think it's very exciting and I want to do more of it. Like I was saying earlier, it will always exist. Like if I break the original, I have a digital backup and I can just print another one. It's super close to original quality. Like it's basically the original, like just reproduced. So yeah, I think it's awesome and exciting and I want to do more of it.
And with the 3D geometry, you wouldn't have to remake this. You could make things that would fit
Right.
onto the existing
Right.
physical 3D geometry.
That is exciting.
So for all the Patreon people that are gonna get this, not the smashed ones, but
Right.
the good ones,
Yes.
you could create custom add-ons or outfits or things that they could then seasonal maybe.
Like a little top hat.
Or you out there, you could come up with a suggestion and leave it in the comments.
Yes.
And really, a huge thanks for you guys making it this far. Bobby, thank you.
Thank you.
I really appreciate
and
this.
thank
This
you
guy's good.
to all the patrons that made this possible and everything. And thank you, Joel. Seriously.
Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, you're awesome. Don't forget to hug each other more and fight for a cause you believe in. Print all the things. And as always, high five.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's gone.